Your Excellencies, heads of states here present, Your Excellencies, state governors here present, Your Excellencies, ambassadors and heads of diplomatic location that is taking place today in March. I'm here representing the Permanent Secretary of the Federal Ministry of Information and Culture. Permit me to start my address by saying that I'm very proud to be standing here today as the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry supervising the Center for Black and African Arts and Civilization, CBAC, one of the institutional legacies of the Second World Black and African Festival of Arts and Culture, FESPAC 77, and indeed the Obasanjo military-led administration. You will recall that after the FESPAC in 1977, the 59 countries and black communities that participated in the event handed over to Nigeria all materials exhibited for safekeeping. The decision to hand over these materials to Nigeria was to reinforce and build on the gains of the historic festival. As a demonstration of the seriousness and passion attached to the Black and African cultural heritage by the Obasanjo administration then, and for the gains of the festival to be retained, a statutory body was set up to take custody of the cultural materials on display at the FESPAC. This body is the Center for Black and African Arts and Civilization, CBAC, established by Decree 69 of 1979. Thus, it can be said that the center was established in fulfillment of Nigeria's pledge to keep the materials in trust for the 59 Black and African countries and communities. CBAC is a multidimensional documentation institution that serves as the custodian of cultural materials for Black and African people all over the world. In the preface and introduction to the encyclopedia volume, the Arts and Civilization of the Black and African Peoples should, published by the Center, the reason data for the establishment of CBAC was presented as follows: to document the contributions of Black and African peoples to the development of human civilization, to project the understanding of African states and societies and the interrelationship between them, to explore the linkages in African history with those of other continents. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I wish to submit that I have closely followed CBAC and its activities, and I'm delighted to always be part of CBAC's efforts at bringing to the fore core African cultural values through its programs. I also wish to contend that the establishment of CBAC and the role the agency has been playing fits perfectly into the diplomatic agenda of the Nigerian government and by extension other Black nations around the world. CBAC remains the main governmental agency that is connecting the entire Black race with other segments of the international community through its programs and activities. And we can see that being displayed here today in commemoration of the 80th birthday of our father, Baba. One of such programs is its annual international conferences. Through its conferences, CBAC celebrates the beauty of the multicultural nature of Black and African people. It is equally used as culture as a platform for a robust dialogue on development, which is the global diplomacy. The establishment of CBAC and Nigeria's acceptance to host the agency and make it a core arm of the Federal Government of Information and Culture shows that the foundation father, Chief Obasanjo, who we are celebrating today, had foresight, and those who have succeeded him also understand the importance and centrality of the agency to the actualization of Nigeria's leadership role in Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let me end my speech by congratulating Baba Obasanjo of Africa, not just of Nigeria. Did you hear that? Of Africa. A round of applause, please. Okay, and indeed the world on his 80th birthday. Sir, continue to age gracefully and with great humor. We appreciate you and we adore you. Thank you, sir.
The special message from Mrs. Ayo.